Welcome to Relaxing with Watercolor. I'm Anna. Today we're painting a galaxy far, far away. If you'd like to paint along, take a peek at the description for a list of materials. Or just enjoy the music while you watch a corner of the universe unfold. Either way, I recommend that you grab your favorite beverage or snack, take a deep breath, and relax. Galaxy painting is all about layers. I'm starting with light, bright colors and painting diagonal streaks. I like to lightly blend the edges and nest the colors around one another, making sure to leave some white space here and there. Eventually, we'll add depth with increasingly darker colors. But remember, we work one layer at a time. Now, let's paint. I'll let this first layer dry a bit before moving on to the second layer. If you're at the same place, I invite you to take a short break to stretch and rehydrate. Water isn't just for painting, your body needs it too. For the second layer, I'm going to start by adding a deep blue. I'm going mostly over the lighter blue while blending with the bright green. You'll notice that there are some thin spots. This is fine. You want some color variation. It's the night sky. Also, if you used a different color other than blue for your outer layer, you'll just want to use a darker shade of that color. So if you used pink, you'd want a deep magenta for a similar effect as the one you see on the screen. While the second layer is still wet, I'm going to work in some magenta just to add some variation. Since I'm mixing it with a deep blue, it's turning purple. Neat! Don't be afraid to play and try new things. It's your galaxy after all, so pick a color and experiment if you like. To get some light back into this galaxy, I'm going to take off some of this color. If you'd like to do the same, grab a paper towel, make a point with the corner, and dab, rub, or wipe off strips of color. I'm going in diagonal lines to match my brush strokes, but you can experiment with this part too. Alright, so the second layer is complete. I'm going to let this dry to the touch before beginning the final watercolor layer. Now, because I like creating deep, dark, moody art, I'm going to work some black and inky blue into my final layer. I'm repeating the same techniques from the second layer, adding the darker color to the outside and then blending toward the bright center of each section. You can experiment with different watercolor brushes if you have them, or make more paper towel streaks. I'm going to. Okay, so I'm just finishing up the final watercolor layer, which I'm going to allow to dry to the touch. If you've made it this far, well done. For the second half of the video, we'll be adding details to our galaxy. You can add as much or as little detail as you like. Let's start with some stars. For the stars in my galaxy, I've grabbed some white acrylic paint and a toothbrush. I'll wet the toothbrush slightly, cover it with some acrylic paint, and spatter. I love it. It's like making a meteor shower. Alternatively, if you don't have acrylic paint, you could make stars using gel pens, markers, or you can load a watercolor brush with a concentrated amount of white paint, or whichever color you'd like to use, and tap it with another brush to get a splatter effect. So I'm really enjoying the way this galaxy is looking with my white stars, but I also want to add some gold stars, I think. It feels right. So just remember as you're doing this, you don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing. Make this your own and enjoy it. All right, we've got our stars scattered across the sky, and this is lovely. You can absolutely stop here if you like, but if you have time and want to play more with the details, you can add a little ink. I have a set of India ink pens that I like to use. I'll try to hold them up long enough so you can see the nib size, but generally I use 0.3 millimeter and 0.5 millimeter for outlining and filling smaller spaces, and then a brush pen for larger surface areas. You also don't need to be that precise. Use what you've got and see what happens. Just remember to wait for your stars to dry first. To begin this level of detailing, I like to start with the already darker colored edges in the watercolor and draw an outline next to them to increase the depth. Once I get some partial outlines down, I'll go ahead and broaden some of them out into a shape that I can fill. The effect should look something like a nebula cracking open into a broader universe. And there it is, your very own galaxy. Thank you so much for painting with me today, and thank yourself for taking some time to unwind and try something new. I've also posted a version of this video with music only in case you'd like to create another galaxy like this one, but without the commentary. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to like it and subscribe to the channel, or if you have any requests for relaxing scenes you'd like to paint in the future, I'd love to hear those too. So go ahead and leave a comment. Until next time, take care.